And that, my liege, is how we use sheep's bladders to predict earthquakes. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. I just have one topic for this evening, and that is the sudden ability of the FBI to solve a 7-year-old crime. That is the Anthrax mailings of 2001. A supposed terrorist act that was originally blamed upon Al-Qaeda or other terrorist organizations is suddenly solved after the suicide, or I should say the supposed suicide, of an anthrax researcher. The questions that I have surrounding this entire piece of crap investigation, as the FBI is trying to paint it, are too numerous to mention. But one of the key things that I think that it is very important for people to understand and keep at the center of their mind is, why is this coming out now? Why, after 7 years, are we all of a sudden having this enter the news stream again? Now remember, we've not heard one fucking word about the fucking anthrax mailings in 2001. Not one stinking word since the whole Stephen Hatfield business happened. The only thing that was in the news, even remotely recently, was the award that he got for being wrongly accused in the media. So I ask you, why now? Why all of a sudden is the totally inept and completely corrupt FBI and Justice Department in this country able to solve this crime after the supposed suicide of an anthrax biological researcher? My own belief is that this is an attempt to bring this subject back to the surface of the minds of the public in expectation of something happening again. Now, it was very convenient for the United States government to say that this was a terrorist act and that probably this originated with some sort of terrorist organization, because it suited their purposes at the time, when everybody knew from the very beginning that it had to be somebody on the inside. So, I find it highly convenient and extremely disturbing that suddenly we have a resolution to this case with someone who is conveniently dead and unable to answer the charges or to face any kind of trial. Indeed, the FBI is quick to note that they cannot place him in New Jersey where the letters were mailed, and they note that they were not even close to indicting him, and yet they're going to declare this case solved. I fear that this means raising this in the psyche of the American people once again, so that when a new attack happens, people will be more frightened by it, because we have short memories in this country, and those short memories mean that we do not remember as a whole the fear that people had at the time of those anthrax letters. And yet again, here we are, with it in the news again today. If there was ever any question about people on the inside of government having a hand in terrorist activities, then this should be the case that quiets that. Because this, from the very beginning, was an insider inside the government itself conducting acts of terrorism within the United States. If that's not the very definition of false flag operations, I don't know what is. So congratulations, FBI, for solving a 7-year-old crime with a dead guy. Now you can sweep it all under the rug and pretend like it never happened. But thanks for bringing it back up again, putting it in the minds of people in this country so that we can all cower in fear whenever the new biological hazard comes our way. Thank you very fucking much. Thank you. Good night.